Meeting minutes. Everyone's favorite job and why the secretary position is so sought after on the board, right? No one wants to take minutes. I am blown away that every association I've ever worked with has a different interpretation of what the meeting minutes are supposed to look like. And I get it, there's no like guidebook, right? But that's what I want to go over tonight, just quickly, what is supposed to be in the meeting minutes. Now remember, your meeting minutes are an important document. Your meeting minutes are actually a legal document. They're a legal document of the record of what the board of a nonprofit corporation is doing. So take them seriously, but let me give you some tips about what they should look like. And obviously it's better if you use an association, and maybe these tips will help the secretary feel a little less stressed about how they're supposed to take them and what they're supposed to look like. So remember, first and foremost, meeting minutes are supposed to document decisions made. Because remember, board meetings, that's the purpose of a board meeting, right? Decisions. It's not just a 3-hour conversation, and meeting minutes shouldn't be a 30-page book documenting a 3-hour conversation. No, meeting minutes should be documenting decisions that the board made. So they need not look like War and Peace, rather they should look like the Cliff Note version of it. I've seen board meeting minutes as long as 20 pages. How many people here would be floored if I said, I never want to see board minutes that are more than 1 page? Because that's what they should be. So let's talk about the things that should be in your board meeting minutes. First and foremost, you need to list your association's entity legal name. It's not just the Happy Valley Association. It might actually be legally recorded as the Happy Valley Townhome Association, Inc., with the comma and a period. You need to list it exactly that way, because that is the stamp that is saying this is our recorded document. I've actually seen meeting minutes thrown out by a judge because they weren't listed correctly by the entity's name, so it's not an official record. So just be specific about that. List the name of the association. List the type of meeting at the very top. Is it a board meeting? Is it a special meeting? Is it the annual meeting? Identify the date, the time, and the place of that meeting. And then you should list a roll call. What board members were there and what board members were naughty and absent. Just list who was there and who wasn't. And then if there's any other official representatives, so like your management company, Josh was at the meeting, or we brought in an expert from the water intrusion company, whatever. What officially recorded people need to be documented as being there in the minutes. Name the time that the meeting was called to order. Say that you had quorum. Quorum was established. You should vote and show the vote of the next thing on the agenda. Should probably be the approval of the minutes from the previous meeting. Any actions taken outside of a meeting should be ratified. And then when you get to the new business and you start going through the parliamentary procedure, Robert's Rules of Order, list the specific motion made, who seconded, and then the vote result. So you might say that Sally moved that she agrees to renew the management company agreement as stated in the meeting materials. Larry seconded it. There was no discussion, or maybe there was one point made of Jim wanted to be noted as having reservations about something. And then what the result of the vote was. Passed unanimously, or passed 4-1, whatever, or defeated 2-3. And then list anyone that wanted specifically to be named. Bill wanted to be listed as abstaining from the vote, or Bill wanted to be noted as not approving this issue. So, who made the motion and the language of the motion, who seconded the motion, and then what the vote result was. And then the next thing you want to do is announce the date and the time of the next meeting. That's really important, and then adjourn the meeting. And here's why you want to announce and then put in the minutes the date and the time and the place of the next meeting. Is because remember we talked about earlier that notice requirement the association has of board meetings? Well, you fulfill it by putting it in the minutes. So just list when your next board meeting is.